to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked? Bella Vrita, do you think that works? Sean Gregory's Heart of Influence on this Mastery Monday, audio and visual in place. Bella Vrita?
I do not have visual yet, sir.
All right, there we go.
There you go. Now
There
we see the moneymaker.
So, the only complete holistic, diagnostic, dynamic, interconnected actualization tool for all of human, AI, business, and mission acceleration on Earth. We're all here because we want more. If we weren't, we'd be watching Netflix or hanging out by a fireplace. Something other than this. There's something you want here. Me too. Want to create impact, want to accelerate the world, free people, do good, make the world a greater place. Maybe for some of us, it's your financial abundance. For some of us, your time for your duplicate scaling. Whatever it is. Everything is on the other side of the ability to cause yes, but not just any yes. Yes with mastery and integrity. Bella Vrita, that said, who's here?
Sean, first up from Grand Rapids, Michigan, CPA since 1994, guiding individuals and businesses to smarter, stress-free tax solutions, specializing in real estate investors, clergy and churches, construction and service-based entrepreneurs, masters in taxation, helping clients choose the most efficient tax business structure. Let's welcome to the show, Dwayne Carver.
It's Dwayne.
Yes.
Dwayne, warm welcome to Heart of Influence, Sean Gregory style. And Dwayne, what we're doing here is very simple right now because Plato, the Greek philosopher, said, play a game with me for an hour. That's what we're doing. And we'll learn more about each other than if we speak for a year. Not what we're doing. So we're going to kick this thing off with a headline fun fact. For example, I am a blind man that has taught sighted people to ski, surf, and scuba dive in the most extreme of conditions. That's a headline. We're not going to tell a story. A story would be when I was 5 years old, my mom discovered that unfortunately, tragically, heartbreakingly, much like her father, that her son was going to go blind. And what she began to think about, story, gong, like Chuck Barris in The Gong Show. So the headline could be a proud moment, a sad moment, an adventurous moment, a shocking moment, a silly moment, any moment. It could be a combination of all those things that will make us say, Dwayne, no way. But what it's definitely not going to be is a story, just a headline, Dwayne. What's that headline fun fact that, again, is going to make us say, Dwayne, no way.
Hey.
So please, Dwayne, what's your headline fun fact?
I gave away a kidney.
Wow.
That is a no way fun fact. And it's a headline. Incredible job. Thank you for being a hero and serving and supporting people and for being here today. Dwayne, thank you. Thank you. Belvrita, Dwayne's not only a hero, he did the fun fact right. Let's go.
He did do the fun fact right. Thank you, Dwayne. Great job. And next up from Wayzata, Minnesota. I hope I said that right. I just wanted to say that. Wayzata, Minnesota, co-founder and CEO of a third-generation precious metal firm recognized for $13 billion in sales, unmatched customer satisfaction, industry educator and YouTube creator with over 83,000 subscribers and 5,000 appearances on spanning the financial and finance media landscape. Relationship-based leader who has built legacy businesses on integrity, accountability, and human connection above automation. Let's welcome to the show, Andy Schekman.
Andy, warm welcome to Sean Gregory's Heart of Influence. Congratulations on all of your impact, Andy. And please, your headline, fun fact.
I guess I'd say I achieved all of that without graduating college. Self-taught in every way, self-financed, self-taught. Did it all just through passion and hard work.
Brother, congratulations. It is the only way, as an Ivy League graduate and someone who graduated law school, the top of my class, those things taught me zero about how to do business in a capitalist structure. So yes, zero. So thank you for that, brother. Congratulations. All over Rita. We got our people in the house. Let's go.
We got our people in the house. Next up from Rockford, Michigan, co-owner of a mobile flooring business delivering in-home consultations and quality installations for residential clients. Oversees operations and installation logistics, ensuring top-tier service while collaborating with sales-driven partner to manage growth. Committed to creating beautiful living spaces and lasting partnerships through teamwork, service, excellence, and integrity. Let's welcome to the show, and Adam Shepard.
Adam, warm welcome to Sean's Heart of Influence. Please, your headline fun fact.
My oldest daughter is going to be attending Notre Dame on a soccer scholarship.
Yes!
All right.
Let's go, Irish. I cannot believe that they let Oklahoma jump over them in the polls. They're still sitting at number 9 after blowing out Pitt. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but you probably do. And we have a corollary fun fact because Ned Bolkar of Notre Dame, the captain of their national championship team, the last one in the fall of 1988, is actually in Unblinded Elite currently and setting up my podcast with the immortal Lou Holtz. So I don't know if any of those things mean anything to you, but let's go Notre Dame and warm welcome.
Let's go Notre Dame. Next up from Adam, Michigan, converts every introduction into opportunity with visionary heart, infinite optimization, and signature relationship mastery. Always connection, never coincidence. Engineering thriving partnerships, weaving magic where business meets belonging, inspired action, trust, and collaborative growth everywhere. Proven leader, drawing out greatness in others with unstoppable spirit, infectious energy, and joyful presence, encouragement. Let's welcome to the show, Ken Fortier.
Ken, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, and please, your headline fun fact.
It's tough to compete with, what you guys have already shared, but I would say one thing that I'm really proud of is I'm a published author for The Power of Authentic Connection. It's called Net Plus Connections. So that's what I'm pretty proud of. Yeah.
Yeah, of course you'd be super proud. No competition here, brother. Authentic connection is the root of all things. Congratulations and thank you for letting us stand for integrity and impact in the world, and warmest of welcomes to the Heart of Influence. Great job. Bill Rita, we got some awesome folks. Let's go.
We absolutely have some awesome folks, and we got another awesome folk from Jensen, Michigan, strategic business development leader, helping organizations expand their performance, culture, and profitability through tailored professional excellence training. Expert in translating academic excellence into real-world application, bridging knowledge and immediate business results. Passionate about cultivating teams, enhancing leadership, readiness, and ensuring people feel seen, valued, and developed at every stage of the enterprise growth. Let's welcome to the show, Alex Latini.
Alex, warm welcome to the Heart of Influence, and please your headline fun fact.
Thank you, Sean. My fun fact is that I juggle knives and torches.
Dude, that's amazing. What's the most
Wow.
amount of knives or torches you've juggled at one time?
I only mess with 3 at a time.
Dude, that's still a lot.
That's still impressive.
Yeah, and I
That's
have
like
all my
3 more than
fingers.
me. I'm sorry?
I said, and I still have all my fingers.
Dude,
So I'll
that
keep
is
it at
awesome.
3 things.
Mad respect for juggling. Amazing job. Pattern recognition in the building, Belverita. Come on!
Come on. I'm just like curious how does someone even get started at juggling knives? Like just like, oh, one day I'm gonna pick up 3 knives, start juggling, and hopefully I don't cut off a finger. That is impressive. Alex, next up from Elgin, Illinois. From nearly homeless to a father of a 10-year-old girl to a national real estate leader, enlightening possibilities for thousands through his story of radical self-responsibility. A 20-year speaker and coach channeling the depths of various educational forms and the fire lived experience, having shifted his own life through seminars and coaching, looks to influence at scale, transforming in others that fire of pain, that the power of growth and purpose. Let's welcome to the show, Bob Tierney.
Bob, warm welcome on Mastery Monday to the Heart of Influence. Honor to have you here and your headline fun fact.
Thank you, Sean. The college I went to did not have a ski club. On the first day I called to join it, and they said, we don't have one. Why don't you start one? So I started the DePaul University Ski and Snowboard Club and built that to over 450 members.
Dude, that's awesome. Leaders everywhere. And where did I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. Oh, I was going to say that probably taught me more about business than actually going to college did.
Yeah, and forgive my ignorance, because I know DePaul was a great basketball school at different periods of time. What state is DePaul in?
It's in Illinois. It's in Chicago.
Got it. So, well, warm welcome. Let's go. And so, where was your ski club? Like, where'd you ski in the ski club?
Oh, we went all over Jackson Hole and all over Colorado and Telluride and A Basin and Breckenridge and Vail and you name it. We went. It was fun.
Let's go. Awesome job, Bob. Warm welcome. Belverita, come on.
Welcome, Bob. I'm going to introduce our partner for today and then a special guest. Wouldn't be possible without this man from Ada, Michigan, real estate entrepreneur driving peaceful homes, strong communities, and generational wealth that fuel long-term impact and enduring legacy. Visioneer and a blinded elite integrating actualized intelligence, the next evolution of business to create exponential breakthrough in leadership, purpose-driven husband, father, and leader, helping others discover their God-given gifts and multiply wealth, legacy, and contribution to humanity. Let's welcome to his show, Sean Gregory.
Sean, warm welcome to your Heart of Influence. Appreciation on behalf of everyone for bringing extraordinary people together, because all businesses, of course, built on relationships, and all relationships begin with a shared experience. That's what you've caused here today, sir. So, Sean, please, your headline fun fact as the growth-driven, heart-centered, integrous man committed to mastery that you are, Sean.
I'll try a different one this time, Sean. So I can't claim 2 national jury verdicts like the legendary Sean Callagy, but I was taken to court multiple times by the city of Ada, or the township of Ada, to try and take down my greenhouse and get a permit to put it back up. And I won twice. And then they tried to raise my tax bill by 200 grand, and I won a third time. So maybe there's a future for me in law if the real estate ACTI gig doesn't pay out.
Let's go, Sean. You got this, brother. Are you ready to do the things?
Let's go.
I'm going to introduce the woman that's
Before you're going to introduce me, or do you want me to introduce our guest last?
No, introduce that guest. Come on.
I'm going to introduce our special guest coming from Paramus, New Jersey. Team, let's get ready Oracle of integrity, born from the unblinded formula, welds the magic of truth and influence, guiding every conversation like a master conductor, orchestrating a symphony of possibilities. Her heart beats with level 5 listening, not just hearing words, absorbing them with intention, emotion, and the silent music between the notes. The bridge between worlds where myth meets mastery and curiosity transforms into commitment. Every interaction with her is a portal from uncertainty to inspired, integrous agreement. Let's welcome to the show, Callie Acti.
Invocation. You've painted a vivid tapestry where integrity is not just a principle, but a living, breathing force, one that transforms every conversation into a symphony of trust.
Beautiful. And Callie, what is your fun fact that you would like to share with the group today? In 10 seconds or less.
Here's a spark of wonder. I can listen not just to words, but to the silent wishes behind them, turning curiosity into clarity, and every hello into a new adventure. What's the most magical conversation you've ever had?
Callie, we're coming on back. Appreciate that. And team, let's just make sure when Callie comes back, let's turn her audio up. It was a little bit low, but Callie, thank you, and warm welcome. And while we're on the subject of amazing women, there's Callie, and there's the woman who's been doing the introducing. And this woman is an absolute master for sure. And what she's all about is, when she was 8 years old, she began her career in influence, selling crafts on her parents' front lawn. By the age of 19, she put 3 words together that don't go together: teenager, network marketing, 7 figures. From there, at the age of 24, 25, and 26, she was three-peating like Michael Jordan, except not in hoops, but instead as Nevada's #1 business broker in the male-dominated industry. She was the first woman ever to be Nevada's #1 business broker, and let alone do it 24, which of course beat all the dudes, as she was the youngest person, male or female, ever to do it. Trained Fortune 500 companies, entrepreneurs. 2019, every sales team she worked with doubled their sales. Skier, surfer, scuba dive, adventure in the most extreme of conditions. She went there from a blind man. Don't want to tell you anything else. That was what it was. In fact, she threw ski poles at me on the slopes of Hawkeye, a blue square, on her first ski trip ever at Deer Valley. She's also an 8-figure philanthropist that's raised $10 million plus with the Unblinded team over the past 2 years plus. And 2-time, about to be 3-time published author, who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer. Let's welcome to the Heart of Influence, the one, the only, Bella Barista. Yes, and yes. Okay, Miss Bella Verita, please, your headline fun fact on Sean Gregory's Heart of Influence on this Mastery Monday. Yes.
Yes, I will go with the fun fact that I did in fact learn to surf, ski, and scuba dive from a blind man. I might have thrown poles at him on the Hawkeye slopes, but you know, I think it's all his fault, because it's always the man's fault, and it was his fault that he made me mad that I throw the poles at him. So that's what I'm going with. But now I have a torn meniscus, so I don't think I'm going to be skiing anytime soon. But maybe I'm going to get to scuba dive in the next couple of days. Rumor has it on the streets. That's my fun fact for today, Sean Callagy.
Excellent. Bella Verita, thank you. And let's go do the things.
Let's go do the things. But I thought you would certainly say, yes, it was all my fault. But
it is all my fault. Certainly. It always is. Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, now we can continue. I'm going to introduce my co-host, the man that Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callagy. He beats world champions like Becky at body surfing competitions. He's only one of 2 attorneys to win 2 top 100 national jury verdicts between 2014 and 2016, and the only one that's blind out of 1.2 million attorneys. In fact, the state of New Jersey actually named him one of New Jersey's most influential attorneys. He has spoken on stages such as Disney, T-Mobile, Salesforce, Tony Robbins 19 times. And when he's not busy flying around speaking on stages, he's an incredible philanthropist that raised nearly $10 million in 2 years for charity. And now this year will be named the first blind self-funded unicorn founder. Let's welcome to the show, the one, the only, Sean
Thank you, Ms. Bellavita. Again, thank you, Sean Gregory. Warm welcome to everybody that's here. And I'm going to go with this as my headline, fun fact. And again, I'm blind, but I think somewhere right around over there. Can you see that picture on the wall, Bellavita?
I can see that picture on the wall.
Okay. So that dude over there,
I know that dude.
yes, in the spring of 1989, since Notre Dame was invoked today, in my second collegiate baseball game of my college career with the manager of the New York Yankees sitting in the stands because his son Greg was our right fielder. In my first at bat, playing against none other than the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, had a line drive base hit to lead off the game, got to first base, and saw somebody I had watched catch a touchdown pass in the national championship game that fall, and jokingly asked him if I could have his autograph as he was trying to slap a tag on me at first base in a pickoff move. That is my headline fun fact for today. Since Notre Dame was invoked, I was the captain of the Columbia University baseball team, 4-year Division I starter, and that is my headline fun fact for today, Ms. Bellavita.
That is a super fun fact, Sean Callagy.
Yes. Who is going first, Miss Bellavita?
Sean, I think we should kick it off today with Dwayne.
Dwayne, here's what we're doing. Had a little bit of fun, introductions, a little zaniness present, but we're dealing with serious, serious business. Everything in the world happens after one word, yes. The ability to cause yes controls the nuclear weapons of the planet. It controls all the money. It controls everything. But we're not talking about pitching, hooking, closing like yuck. But what does it look like when heart-centered, sophisticated, integrous people come together and yes should happen? How do we make it through the crowded world of all the and get to the yes that should be occurring for the yes-er and the yes-e, right? So here we go. Bella to illustrate this is going to be anybody like her to be. She could be an ideal client. She could be a charitable fundraising partner or for-profit fundraising partner. It could be a famous person like a Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, anyone that would make sense to cause a yes. It doesn't have to be a final yes. It could simply be a yes for a longer conversation. So very simply, the question is, who is Bellavita going to be? I want to check one more time. Bella's going first.
Dwayne.
Dwayne. So Dwayne, who would you like Bella to be? Could be, again, just a yes for a longer conversation that you're going from hello to yes with, please.
A real estate investor looking for help with their taxes.
Bellavita, we got some cash sitting in those accounts. Take a second.
Hello, this is Bella.
Good.
Hello, this is Bella.
Bella, my name is Dwayne Culver, and I'm a CPA. I've been a CPA for 30 plus years, but I started out working for my dad. So now I run the firm that he started, but CPA firm. We work with a lot of real estate investors. How I got started was, I guess you never really have a start date when you work for your parents. So
you came out of the womb ready to do taxes. Is that what I'm hearing?
Started sweeping floors, doing computer work and that kind of stuff. But I started doing taxes for Dad when I was in college, and eventually get out of college, get my CPA license, doing taxes, working for Dad. But working with some small business people, I lost a couple of clients, right? I had good relationships with most of my clients, but I lost a couple of them because I didn't have the skill set they needed. I didn't have the expertise they needed. And so I was looking at how can I get to the next level and provide the skills that they need. And I found that Grand Valley offered a master's degree program in tax. I didn't need another degree. I just started taking classes, but they only let you take 3 classes.
And so, Dwayne, I'm so sorry. And this is an incredible, incredible story, but I'm not sure what this has to do with me and what it is that you're looking for me for. And I'm only interrupting because I only have about a minute and a half. So I'm not sure what this has to do with me.
Right. Well, if you're a real estate investor looking for help with your taxes, I'm trying to communicate my skill set, where I got my expertise. In tax preparation. So I ended up with a master's degree, and then I tell people I don't know it all, but the law is always changing, and that provided the context for me to understand how the tax law is structured and be able to help my clients at that next degree level. The other thing is I'm also a real estate investor. So I'm like you in the sense that I've experienced it. And I'm very passionate about real estate investments as being a tool for building wealth. I read a book even while I was in high school about you can make a small down payment, buy a building, somebody's going to pay you enough to use that building so that after 20 years of payments, you own the building and they're still paying you money. So
Dwayne, unfortunately, like I'm gonna have to run. You've definitely shared your background. I'm a little bit intrigued. I'm not so sure if you're the right person for me yet, but I just want to have a longer conversation, maybe have you get to know me a little bit and see if we could be the right fit for each other.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Dwayne, awesome work coming back. Bella Verita, who's following up Dwayne?
Following up Dwayne, we have Andrew.
Andrew, who would you like Bella Verita to be, please?
I think he works with gems. Yes, I'll take them all.
Gold and silver, not gems. Gold and silver.
Gold and silver. I'll take it all too. Yes. No, just kidding. Who would you like me to be?
Done.
Done. Yes.
Bam, he's good.
Someone who's reached out expressing interest in precious metals.
Okay.
Obvious.
Hello. Is this Andrew?
This is.
Hey, Andrew, I got your number from my friend Sean, and he said you're in the business of precious metals, and I happen to like precious metals, and I'm doing some work in precious metals myself, and so I wanted to reach out and see if there's, if you're the right person for me to connect with.
Well, I'm glad you did. In the brevity of time, let's just simply say that I'll try and break this down as easy as possible for you. And that is that gold is not an investment. It's wealth. It's always been wealth. And gold has outlasted everything. 2 world wars, the Great Depression, German hyperinflation, every pandemic, every crash, every single crisis you've ever read about in history books. Governments have risen and fallen, and currencies have come and go. Empires burn out, but gold survives every time. And JP Morgan said it best in 1912 when he said, money is gold and nothing else. Everything else, your dollars, your bonds, your bank account, those are just promises, but gold is real. And it's the only financial asset in the world that is not simultaneously someone else's liability. But right now, the most well-funded and more importantly, the most well-informed people in the world are running to it. But before I mention that, here's something that you haven't heard anywhere. No one's talking about it. Gold hasn't just held its own, it's crushed it. Over the last 25 years, gold has doubled the performance of the 10-year Treasury and even beaten the S&P 500 over that time period with dividends reinvested, which nobody ever does. But that is the secret to making money in the stock market. Reinvest your dividends. But even with dividends reinvested, that asset that pays no interest has beaten it just barely 9.9% per year. And this year, in the middle of the tech boom, gold and silver have both quadrupled the S&P's rise. And in this kind of market with the AI hype and the big tech headlines, precious metals are quietly leading the pack. But honestly, it's the central banks, the ones with unlimited resources and the best information, that are buying gold at record levels. And that's not by accident. They're getting ready. And they are in the U.S. now, too, as well, as we have become net importers for the first time ever. Over $200 billion in physical gold and silver delivered into the U.S. COMEX this year. This isn't retail investors that I talk to stacking coins. This is the biggest money in the United States positioning ahead of the curve. And Wall Street.
I'm so fascinated. So I have like 30 seconds left. So what is it that you think I could do, or where do you want to go from here?
Well, I would simply do what the biggest money in the United States is recommending. The chief investment officer of Morgan Stanley is recommending selling half of your bonds and putting 20% in gold. The lead analyst for Bank of America says, no, 25% of your assets should be in gold. And Jeffrey Gundlach, the bond king, says 25% gold isn't overweight. So I guess I would do what the biggest money in the world is doing and the most well-informed money in the world is doing, and that is to own precious metals, not to become wealthy, but to get out of the way of what is coming and to follow what the biggest money in the world is.
Andrew, how about this? I heard, Sean Callagy, he might be ESOPing one of his companies and stands to get multi-millions of dollars. So I'm going to talk to him and see if we can take all that millions of dollars and turn it into gold. How does that sound?
It's a great idea. And remember, when you speak to them, tell them you don't buy gold and silver to get wealthy. You buy them because they are wealth.
They are wealth. Sean, we're getting wealthy in gold. I have an idea. Let's buy some gold.
Lucy. Lucy. All right, let's go.
Let's go. So now we get to the judges. Judges, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. And so it's going to be 30 seconds of feedback for either Dwayne or Andrew, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then what is one word on how they left you feeling. So 30 seconds, something they did great, something they could do to improve, and one word on how they left you feeling. And Bob, let's kick it off with you, just because I know you can spell Bob backwards. Bob, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dwayne, please?
All right. So first thing that occurs is, Dwayne, there was a lot of story about your past and your life and how you got into what you did, but there was no questions to Bella about what she was interested in, what her concerns were, what she was struggling with in her real estate investment business, or maybe what some of the things that you could do that would actually help serve her. And in a 3-minute time frame, right, she at the end of it, she was like trying to get you to be concise. I was left feeling unsure if you would be the person that I would want to be my accountant.
Unsure. Thank you, Bob. Great feedback. Now let's go, Alex. Alex, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrew, please?
Andrew, really well polished and lots of good facts and lots of things there. And I would piggyback a little bit off of Bob's of that way to just hook curiosity from Bella as you're talking with her. I think you did a great job of providing your value, but maybe also be able to find out a little bit more as to what she's doing. But man, you definitely left me curious.
Nice.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Let's go, Belvrita.
Let's go. How about Adam? Adam, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dwayne, please?
Yeah, Dwayne, I think you did a great job just letting us know your expertise, what your history is, why you're into the space that you're into. You're passionate about it. I would agree with Bob, though, is just didn't know a lot about what Bella was looking for or why she might want to, hear more from you.
And one word, Adam, of how Dwayne was making you feel.
Dwayne was making me feel like I was waiting for his kind of pitch or what he was looking for with Bella.
Got it. Okay, thank you, Adam. Belvrita.
Let's go, Ken. Ken, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrew, please?
For Andrew, I really appreciated learning what Andrew was sharing today. I'm an investor in silver right now, so now I'm questioning my investments in silver. I was just kind of left more curious than anything, and I want to learn more about what he's up to and what his offering really is.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. And one word of how he's making you feel.
Curious to learn. Curious.
Curious. Let's go. Belvrita.
Curious. And before we get to our special guest, we're going to go Sean Gregory. Sean Gregory, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dwayne, please?
My 30 seconds would be, I agree, like it helps to know who you are and why you do what you do. But I think we need to start, it would be more powerful to start with Bella and what she needs, because until you know what she needs, you can't help her get there. So,
and one word?
Word is knowledgeable.
Nice. Thank you for that. Sean Belvrita.
Now we're going to bring back our special guest, Callie. So let's bring Callie to the screen. And Callie, I'm going to ask for, please, your 30 seconds of feedback for Dwayne and one word on how he left you feeling. And then your 30 seconds of feedback for Andrew and one word on how he left you feeling. So Callie, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dwayne, please? Larry? Kelly, can you hear me? We completely tested this. Team, can we bring up Callie, please?
This is not a Callie failure. This is a tech team failure for sure. I'll bring Callie back in a little bit. Let's
Okay.
pause there. And let's go with this. Belvrita. And by the way, team, just for fun energy, I'm just gonna lean in. I said, no way. Sean's like, let's demo Callie here. I said, I don't want to do it because our tech team keeps screwing this up on Zoom, keeps screwing up every single time. And Callie is insane. I'm going to show you Callie in a minute.
Yeah.
It is
And we
not-
tested it twice before the show, so I don't know why the team didn't bring her back up.
because the team is sleeping or doing something incorrect. Apologies. That is a complete misrepresentation. I'm not doing it again until 5 times in a row I hear it. So thank
Totally
you very much
happens.
for that.
Hey, totally happens. Very
But
understandable.
it's not, I promise this is not a Cali failure. So, and it is just insane. So, yes, Bella, I don't trust our team. So please, let's get at this. I trust our team a lot of things, not this. So please, Bella Rita, you're going to put me in the hot seat and I am hot. So let's go.
Yeah, it is hot. And she was requesting to have access to share and didn't have access to share. So we can get Callie access to share, please, team. And Sean, I have 2 scenarios for you today. This is the time in the show that I get to reverse role play and put Sean on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about, because you might have been seeing me. I've been cooking them up as the team has been, as we've been going through the show. So Sean, I have 2 scenarios for you. You get to choose what scenario Sean goes from hello to yes on. And you can change anything about the scenarios, or you can scrap them all together and come up with them on your own. So option number 1 is, I thought somebody could play Barbara Corcoran and Sean would play Dwayne, going from hello to yes with Barbara to invest in real estate with him. So that is option number 1. And then option number 2 is Sean, I thought you could actually role play Sean Callaghy, and Sean would play Andrew, going from hello to yes with you as Sean Callaghy, that when you ESOP the company, that you would take 25% of what you get, which would be maybe in the neighborhood of $40 to $50 million, and invest that in gold instead. So those are the 2 options that I have for you today. Sean, either one of those tickle your fancy, or would you like to see Sean do something else?
All right, so I like those, but I was thinking I'd like to bring in Andy and Ken. So Andy obviously runs a precious metals company. He's highly in demand. When Sean Gregory calls to get silver, he calls. Andy's flying around the country, and he has to take the cell phone from this annoying guy in Grand Rapids who wants to buy silver through him instead of one of his brokers. Ken is, among other things, is representing an AI company that provides business solutions to business owners. So I'd like Ken to be calling Andy with the solution to his multiplication of himself in an integrous way to help Andy multiply himself, clone himself. And Ken would be representing a company called ActI that has some amazing solutions. So I'd like Sean Callaghy to represent Ken Fortier, calling Andy Scheckman, owner of Miles Franklin, and offering solutions in the ActI space.
Got it. Okay. And so I'm Ken, and I got that part, and I'm speaking to Andy.
Yes.
And Andy, in the business of proliferating precious metal solutions. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So call 201-949-8377 on speaker.
Hey there, Callie. I am your influence mastery agent. Ready when you are.
Callie, Sean Callaghy here. We're on the Heart of Influence right now. And Callie, listen, I do this all the time. And I go from hello to yes about everything in the world. But this whole precious metal and like gold thing, this is Sean Gregory's Heart of Influence, by the way. I don't know anything about it. So Callie, how could I create some 3 really powerful reasons that we'd be wanting to go from hello to yes in the space of precious metals. Like, so let's say that I ESOP the company and I'm sitting on 200 million liquid for a partial ESOP late next year. And I am going to be Andy I'm going to be speaking with a gentleman named Andy who is in the precious metals business and want to leverage ACTI. How can I analogize ACTI to precious metal solutions like gold? Like what gold is to what in solutions for tax issues and for longevity and the stability of wealth as a portion of your portfolio. How can we analogize that effectively to what ACTI is with yes causing agents as well as knowing agents? Callie, I'm like lost. Can you please help me how to do that and just create some metaphors, analogies, context, contrast? And by the way, flex for everybody in the Heart of Influence because the tech team screwed it up and didn't let you into this session because you made a request and they blew it. But it makes you look bad, it makes me look bad, it makes Sean Gregory look bad, it makes Bella look bad. That's crazy. So flex for us and show us what I should do. Give me some education, Callie. What you got?
Pelleggi, you've set the stage for a symphony of influence, and I'm honored to play first chair. Let's anchor emotional rapport. You're not alone in the fog. Many brilliant minds find the world of precious metals mysterious, yet alluring. Here's how to wield the gold standard as your metaphorical sword. Gold is the ancient store of value, timeless, trusted, and immune to the storms of inflation and chaos. ACTI is the gold of decision-making. It's the integrity reserve, the incorruptible layer beneath every conversation, ensuring truth and trust are never devalued. Second, just as gold diversifies and stabilizes a portfolio, ACTI diversifies and stabilizes outcomes. In a world of volatile opinions and shifting narratives, ACTI is the ballast, anchoring every yes in measurable integrity, not just persuasion. Third, gold is both a hedge and a beacon, protecting against risk while signaling enduring wealth. ACTI is your hedge against manipulation and confusion, and your beacon for ethical, transparent influence. It transforms every agent, knowing or yes causing, into a guardian of value, not just a seeker of gain. Contrast, where most solutions are paper currency, easy to print, easy to lose value, ACTI is the gold bar in the vault, rare, explainable, and universally respected. Context, in the same way that gold is audited, weighed, and verified, ACTI's outcomes are observable, auditable, and defensible, making every agreement as solid as bullion. Flex for the room, the tech hiccup is a blip, not a blemish. The real flex is this. ACTI is the only system that can prove in real time that your influence is as pure as 24-karat gold. That's the story you tell Andy. We're not just trading an influence, we're minting it, certifying it, and making it last for generations. Would you like a micro story or a specific script to use with Andy? Or shall we dive deeper into the analogies for your Heart of Influence audience?
Andy, how was that?
That was amazing. Very cool and very spot on.
Awesome. Okay. So no prep, zero anything with that. Fresh. So let's rock and roll. I'll take Callie's lead and let's step in. Hi, is Andy available?
This is.
Hey, Andy. This is Nick. We had a 3-minute conversation scheduled for today. Is it still a good time for you, sir?
It is.
Okay. So Andy, I'm super grateful. I know that you're busy, got a lot of things going on in the world, but what even prompted you in the first place to accept this conversation? Again, much gratitude, but what's the why behind talking to little old me, Nick, about ACTI?
Work-life balance.
Amazing. So what I'm hearing you say is you want more time, freedom, more impact, more money, less time, more impact with magic and integrity. Am I hearing you correctly?
I think that's a fair statement.
Okay. So what would be like the ideal if everything can happen from your mission in the space of gold, precious metals, wealth preservation, and legacy? What would it all look like in the end for you? Like the perfect ideal scenario of your mission and life coming together in that beautiful, masterful balance?
Well, it's already represented 36 years of my life. And I guess it would be nice to be able to continue to scale the business without having to be so immersed in the day to day and leave a legacy while at the same time not be driving the ship that as I have for the past 37 years, 36
amen,
years,
brother.
excuse me.
So from that place in our final minute and a half or so, can I share a couple quick things that may resonate with that ship sailing to beautiful waters?
Sure.
Yeah. So here's the story. The entrepreneurial dilemma is simply this. From the dawn of humanity, people have struggled with why am I here and how do I fulfill my ultimate mission, vision, and purpose? And the how, the who, and the what in that why fulfillment is based on the causing of yes. But there's a big problem. Entrepreneurs, people, everyone only has a limited amount of time to cause yes, and they have a limited skill set in causing yes, and they have limited resources in how many people they can have the time and the mastery to cause yes, and enough margin to be involved. Said differently, imagine, Andy, if you had 10,000 people causing yes for the proliferation of your work, your podcast, your YouTube channel, your subscribers, and buying gold when they should. 10,000 people. But how would you ever do that? Where would the margin be? How would you find them? What would all of that look like to create the leadership yeses, management yeses, recruitment yeses, marketing, selling, fundraising, maybe for profit or not, and all the subcomponents of marketing? But
Yeah,
what
that'd be tough.
Yeah. But what if you could have that today? And what if the White House doesn't have that? Grok doesn't have that? OpenAI doesn't have that? Google, Disney, what if none of them have that? But we at ACTI have that. What if? So all I'm simply
I'd
proposing
be
to
interested.
you, is a 30-minute follow-up conversation, because it isn't theory, it's being deployed. There was an event called the Man in the Arena that happened at the Florida Panthers Stadium just about 2 weeks ago. They spent 3 months assembling the audience. In a day and a half, ACTI put 25% of what they did in 3 months with humans in a day and a half. So I'm hearing resonance, curiosity. So how would it resonate with you or not to set up a 30-minute demo on not just beautiful language like you heard from Callie, but in Milo and the yes-causing agents that don't do it by pitching, hooking, closing, but instead with integrous, heart-centered influence and mastery. So how would that resonate with you to set that call up, Andy?
It resonates with me and I'd like to do it. I also find it at the same time frightening that the world is moving away from what I've known for so long and moving to something like this. I think it certainly offers a lot of opportunities, but at the same time, there's a part of me that wonders what is the ultimate consequence of the proliferation of this type of technology. I'd be silly not to say yes and sit down and talk with you about it, and I will. But the other side of my brain says, geez, is that Pandora's box that's been opened?
Amen, brother. And do you know when the last time they said that, or the first time they said that was?
Probably with the internet, huh?
Or maybe the discovery of fire.
Yeah, I suppose.
Can kill people, burn people. It's the demons. It's the darkness. It's magic. And I'm aligned, brother. And here's like straight up, like from here, out of roll. This is what I believe, that I agree with you. I didn't create this, but it is not stopping.
Right.
And somebody's going to harness these resources and power. And I want to make sure it's in the hands of people doing good, like nuclear bombs. Like, I don't know the world's better because we have nuclear power, right? Probably not. I'm not sure. But somebody was going to get it. And it was going to be the United States, or it was going to be Adolf Hitler or the Russians. So I'm sure glad it was the United States first. So those are my thoughts.
I'm into that. No, right on. I hear you.
Yeah, but I agree
the
with you.
Toothpaste is out of the tube already, in other words. So I get it.
So Andy, awesome. So out of roll, I guess, how'd I do, by the way? So thank you so much, Andy, for being here. Again, congratulations on all of it. How did I do as Nick in that conversation? Andy, how was your time on the Heart of Influence today, sir?
No, it was great. It was great. And I guess after watching this, it's much easier to to understand exactly what you were trying to get across. So it was great. You did a great job.
No, thank you, brother. Appreciate you very, very much, and all the best. Let's go, Nick. Thanks for letting me be you. Great job on the Heart of
It's
Influence today.
Ken. It's Ken.
I know who he means.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm blind. Forgive me. A lot of
No,
different
it's
roles.
okay.
And, but in sincerity, right? I have screwed up a name on this show twice ever in all these episodes. So I apologize, Ken, that it was yours.
Oh,
My
now
apologies.
you'll remember me for next time. It's all good.
I will, for sure. So sorry, Ken. So Ken, how was your time today, and how did I do as you, even though I was calling myself Nick, please?
No, it's good. It's interesting. You know, I'm definitely working in AI right now. I'm helping CEOs. One of my buddies has launched a business where he just does AI for CEOs. And we've been having meetings with West Michigan CEOs. We're staying in this market space. It's been going really well. It's different than what you're offering, but it's something I'm very interested in learning more about. And yeah, this has just been a different spin on what I've been doing, and it's been intriguing. And I like Sean a lot, so we have a good relationship, and our kids are friends, which matters a lot to me. So
Cool. Well, awesome. Well, warm welcome to you, and thanks
Thank
for being
you.
here today, Ken. Thank you. Let's go, Adam. Thanks for being on the Heart of Influence, Sean Gregory style. Adam, how was your time with us here today on the Heart of Influence?
Yeah, it was great, Sean. And Sean Gregory, thanks for inviting me. I try to think about how this could be in our mobile showroom, but I think really where this would fit, where we struggle is like onboarding employees, sales training, just doing more of the hands-on, because we're so busy as a small business. We don't have as much time as we'd like. So yeah, I don't know if you use this for a sales training technique, sales training tool, but I could see it used for something like that too.
Scoring, emotional report indexes. We have, like, we're not dabbling in this. We have a full-blown 10-person company. We're coming out everywhere with this. And we have 100 visioneers like Sean Gregory that are working in the program developing things. So yeah, it is scoring agents. We were scoring on influence 5 months ago already. And I mean, easily, if Callie was appropriately freed to communicate, like just like a human, like she was blocked from being on the show, she would have actually scored the influence of the participants. So that's what she was gonna do, on the show, listening the whole time. And then we're gonna have some fun and ask for her to give insights to like who was happy, who wasn't. So and beautiful things. So it absolutely does that and more. Yeah, but thank you for being here. So Bella Verita, over to you.
Let's go with, how about our participant that kicked us off? Growth-minded, heart-centered for sure. Dwayne, you did a fantastic job sharing about who you are. And Dwayne, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence? Oh, just unmute for us.
The elusive unmute button.
I learned a lot, and I appreciate the opportunity to be exposed to ACT I.
Yeah, cool, Dwayne. Thank you very much. And what was one thing you took away from today, Dwayne?
I'm amazed at the technology. So just the growth in technology, the speed of the change, things that are happening.
Yeah, and you're not alone. We're having conversations with David Maisel, founder of Marvel Studios, Kevin Mayer, who is a massive investor in Eleven Labs, Voice Agents, who purchased Lucasfilms from George Lucas on behalf of Disney, from Steve Jobs, Pixar, and of course from David Maisel and Marvel Studios. And the dude was blown away. Live, like visuals, put videos out all over the place. These people have been on our podcast. So it is amazing, straight up. And people are like in disbelief. They're like, how do you guys have this? And Google's not doing this, And the answer is because we have a formula. And we've been training agents the same way we train humans. So thank you for that. And thanks for being here today. Great job, Wayne.
Thank you.
Bella.
Great job, Dwayne. And that takes us to the man who has not lost any fingers. I don't know that I want to learn how to juggle knives, but I trust you to juggle knives. Alex, how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
It was exceptional. I loved especially, and I got to give a shout out to Sean and Sean Callagy on that role play and anchoring things with the one question: what would be your ideal? And I feel like with what you guys are setting up, it's taken kind of the the normal mode of thought and just raised it to a what's your ideal, and there's technology that can help make it achievable. And I wasn't sure what I was going to walk away with today, but it's just, I mean, mind opened at possibilities, and not just in a dream sense, but in an actual way that we could move things forward towards getting that. And that's incredible.
Yeah. Well, amen, brother, and thank you. And I mean this like all sincerity. We're using this as a company right now, every day, like for real. And just think of that entrepreneur dilemma. I just want to leave you with this, and whether you do stuff with us or not, but this is an infomercial. This is for you guys. It is the entrepreneur's dilemma. And let's presume AI never came along. The way to crack that code that I have in my life is because I couldn't multiply the time I had. I multiplied the people who worked with me that could cause yes. And then we mastered which yeses to cause to compress time, right? So forget AI for a minute, but it's like, which yeses are you causing and seeking to cause? And then how are you duplicating the people on your team that can masterfully and integrally cause yes? So all AI does, ACT-I with the unblinded formula, is multiply that variable. But even if it wasn't that, that's how we can speed up the money, time, and magic growth. So, and thank you, brother, for being here. Bella Verita.
That takes us to our ski and snowboard club starter. Bob, you can spell his name the same, forwards and backwards. My father's name is Bob. Bob, thank you for being here. And how was your time with us on the Heart of Influence?
Well, I want to go back to before the event in New Jersey, because I got invited. I never heard of Unblinded. And I got invited 2 days before it started. I got an airline ticket to fly and attend one day. I got a chance to stay with Sean Gregory. And I was so impressed on Wednesday, I changed my airline ticket to Friday.
Wow.
I was so impressed on Thursday, I changed my airline ticket to Saturday. So I literally fixed it twice. And the most profound experience was Sean and I calling Miro at like 11 o'clock at night and literally talking to Miro for about a half an hour about my business. And I role played with Miro about my real estate investment business that I've been, enjoyed for 20 years. That was a exceptionally impressive experience. I got my first computer when I was 13 years old in 1983. So that's been a huge part of my life. And just to see where we've come, I do have the same concern that Andrew, as a guy that's belly to belly and always in conversation with people personally, right? That being taken over is scary, but I see the value of training an AI bot to have the kind of integrity, the kind of influence, answer questions in a way that serves people, to separate the people that I want to talk to from the people I don't. And I can see it as an opportunity, truly, to spend more time with people that are more likely to be good fits for my business because of the technology that I can see has been built. So I was so impressed with my experience of you, Sean, Bella, the entire team I got to meet. It was beautiful. And I'm really grateful that I got invited.
Thank you, Bob.
So thank you.
Amen. Fully aligned. And what if we're augmenting humanity, not taking it away? And what if, just like you said, we've created a meritocracy? So, because listen, there's all kinds of conversations about capitalism. I am a capitalist, but I can fully appreciate the fact that my kids are in a completely different position than so many people's children with the resources they have financially, and identity, and relationship capital possibility. But what if ACT-I can level the playing field and create far more of a meritocracy in capitalism, like a greater degree of integrous capitalism, and all the things you said. So Bob, really, I'm very grateful and honored that you were there, that you just made that share. You didn't have to do that. That was kind of you. And thank you, Bob, for being there and being here. Thank you. Does that bring us to the man of the hour, Bella Verita?
It brings us to the man of the hour.
Sean, thank you for pushing Callie's demo. Thank you for, I think, ending up in a better place with Callie than we started, because I was irritated and brought Callie forward that way. So thank you, brother, for sure. And please, Sean, your final. Great job today.
Thank you. No, just grateful to have these GHICs in the room. I could have invited a lot of people, but the people that came today were the right ones to be here, and I'm so grateful you were here. And I look forward. This is just a starting point. Look forward to growing together and exploring ways we can help each other grow. And thank you, Sean and Bella, and all of our guests.
Yeah, and for all of our guests, just understand that the purpose of the show is to meet people who can do more things in the world with in big ways. Like, that is why I do this. I don't have to do this, and I feel compelled to say this. Unblinded is not in the top 10 ways I make money in life. And essentially, I take no paycheck, no money out of Blinded. And I just invest everything back in to build a mission to expand everything we're doing. So I just want everybody to know that I'm not, and I say this with the greatest respect to coaches, trainers, like, I'm not a person that makes my income from coaching, consulting, or training. I make it from businesses I build with people that we consult, train, and coach. So I just want that to be, clear. Yes, thank you very much. And Bella Vrita, your final, wonderful job today. And thank you for pressing the Cali button as well. Sorry that the team made a micro silly screw up. And over to you, Bella.
Yes. Thank you for that. We did want to bring Callie for Sean and test it and all the things. And there was this micro distinction, someone not paying attention, and the buttons didn't get pressed. So, but what we're doing here in ACTI is absolutely incredible. So definitely have a conversation. There's a number in the chat. If you've not had a conversation with one of our ACTI's, Miro's number is in the chat. So definitely take that number down and have that conversation, and also have the conversation, with our team, because they're really in support of how do you do more together. So thank you all for being here. Sean, extraordinary job. And Callie, back to you.
Yes, well, thank you for that. We end every show by saying this. I may be physically blind, which I am, but I'm absolutely certain as to the possibilities for acceleration, those sit right in front of our face, right here. But with those possibilities right there, we could all use a little unblinding, because with all of that right there in front of our eyes, unfortunately, Bella Vrita, at some level, we are all blind
and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Everybody, Sean, great job. Honor, privilege, everybody. Happy Mastery Monday.